This lesson is to help you understand the process of finding the missing angle measurements of any polygon. You'll use the rule for the sum of interior angles to determine those values, and we already have discovered that that rule is 180 times 2 less than the number of sides in that polygon. So here we have number 1 on your assignment, and you see that there are missing expressions, or missing values in the expressions rather, for 3 of the angles. And I'm going to, in order to figure out what those missing values are, I'm going to need to take all of these values and put them in an expression that will provide a sum of the total interior angles. Okay, so I'll take each of those and put them in my expression and then combine like terms. So for my positive values, I have a sum of 422, but then I have minus 17, so I need to remember to subtract 17 from 422, and I have 3 x's in total. So I'm going to use that expression. Well, actually, I can combine 422 minus 17, right? So that's 405. And now I have my expression for the interior, or the sum of the interior angles, that I will set equal to the value I determine using the equation 180 times n minus 2. There are 6 sides in this shape, so I'm going to multiply 180 by 4. So the sum needs to equal 720. So my equation is 405 plus 3x equals 720. And we discussed in class, how would you figure out what that value is for 3x, just given the 405 and 720. So we're not even worrying about the coefficient of 3 on x. We just want to know, what does 3x need to be? And you told me that you would simply subtract 405 from 720, and mathematically what you're actually doing is subtracting 405 from both sides to keep the equation equal, and you end up with 3x equals 315. Now 3 times what is 315? Well, you just need to divide 315 by 3, and again, algebraically speaking, what we're actually doing is the same thing to both sides. We're dividing by 3. So my x then equals 105. And now I'm not done. I have to figure out what the values of the missing angle measurements are. So I'll look first at the measure of angle t. The expression there is x plus 5, so now I just substitute 105 for the x, and the measure of angle t is 120. Okay, then look at the next one. The measure of angle r is expressed as x plus 39. So put in my 105, and the measure of angle r is 144. And finally, the other missing angle, the measure of angle q is equal to the expression x minus 17. I put in my 105, and the measure of angle q is 88 degrees. So now the final step is to take my values and add them together again to make sure that they have a sum of 720. That'll help me know if I made a mistake anywhere. So I can bring up my calculator, and I'm going to add 120 plus 122 plus 144 plus 88 plus 146 plus 110. Oh, I have 730. I have a mistake somewhere, unless I just added wrong. So I can add again, make sure that I didn't make the mistake right now, but I have already, so I know that I have an error of 10 somewhere. So I'm going to look at my math, and I rechecked the addition here. That was 405 after subtracting the 17. And I checked my algebra here, and x does equal 105, so it has to be on one of the expressions. So I look, and this one, 105 plus 39 is 144, and 105 minus 17 is 88, and 105 plus 5, there it is. That needs to be 110. So I can correct my error, and now I know I have a sum of 720 degrees. So this brings something up that I wanted to talk about, and that is, previously I said that if you showed no work, then you were risking getting or receiving no points when I grade your assignment and you have incorrect answers. I can't see where you went wrong. But as I graded the last assignment, the one that I had in Google Form quiz, I found I really need to know how you're going through the procedure, especially now in the beginning when you're doing it for the first time, because I can't tell what you're doing wrong. And it probably was not a good idea for me to just leave it up to a 6th grader, because you're probably going to choose the shortcut every time. So now I am telling you, I need to see your work. I need to see the process. I need to be able to figure out, did you just miss one of the angles? Or was it just an adding error? Or do you understand how to get the sum of the interior angles of a polygon? I'm at a loss to help you when I'm not sure what it is you're doing wrong. So you need to show your work. So what do I want to see? I want to see the equation like this one. So I don't have to see all of this, but I need to see what did you come up with for a sum of the numbers that you can see in the interior angles, and then what did you come up with for your variable, and what did you set it equal to? So it's this equation right here I need to see from now on. Okay? Real soon we're switching over to algebra, and I need to see the whole process then anyway, so it's a good idea to have you be practicing showing me your work.